Hey, you guys. So happy Monday. I hope you guys are off to a good start this Monday afternoon now. Being cooped up in the home now for 2 months had me get stir crazy for a bit, but I realized just how much I personally needed this sacred pause. I've been going nonstop prior to the COVID 19 pandemic, but I was able to tune inward and get super clear about who what, why, and how to live my life, especially getting clarity on my business and who I serve, who I work with. And these were some things that I've been meaning to clean out. And I've had so much good quality time to be able to get super clear. So I'm super, super happy about that. And being a business owner has placed me in a unique position to not only be concerned about the well being of my team, but also be compassionate about what we're collectively going through together. I've had a good fortune of seeing my team shine through, while I've also had some team members who I lost in the process. I realize that such times brings out who we truly stand for, and we are able to get truly aligned with who we are. So I am so happy to see all those things play out in the people around me, and everybody finding their truth, and really getting in alignment with their core values. It's a beautiful thing to see. With that being said, I want to talk to you guys about health as an investment versus an expense. As a business owner, I'm always thinking about my spending, budgeting, and what I call the ROI. If I spend on something, I expect a return in back. Return on investment is what we do. If I spend for something, I expect to get that back in the multiplied value that it brings me. Otherwise, it wouldn't serve the business really well. And that's how sort of you make the decision. And for me personally, health has absolutely been an investment in me, in my life, and not an expense. And I think a lot of us struggle with thinking about health in that way because it seems very overindulgent and self-serving. And I think we absolutely need to frame this thought, especially if you're looking to really recreate and take charge over your health. So I want you to ask yourselves, how important is your health to you? I mean, really ask yourself, how much do you value your health? Many of us pay lip service to how important it is. Yet, when it comes down to it, they don't make an investment in their health. I'm not just talking about financial investment, I'm talking about really looking at what you do day in and day out. How much of your time is devoted to really serving your health? Really want you to take like put your right hand over your heart and really think about that for a minute. And therein lies your answer. Whether it be eating organic, taking supplements, or exercising, I get all kinds of reasons as to why they don't have enough, typically financially, for their health. And when diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, most people look to the internet for answers. Typically, the answers on the internet are providing contradictory information that gets you more confused. And so I can understand that a confused mind won't do anything, just gets overwhelmed and it just buffers, right? Either way, you begin to adopt a little bits and pieces of tactics and realize it doesn't work, or it works, but not completely. So I see a lot of people trying to piecemeal different parts. And then every day there's a new tactic out there that a doctor might put out there, or a new book, a different twist on the microbiome or the probiotic, prebiotics. More recently, I heard postbiotic, whatever that might look like. It's not really the tactics that you should be after. Really important for you to really get real with yourself and decide how much health means for you. What are you willing to do to get that health, because it's an investment in your time, in your energy and attention. And I will tell you, it takes a lot of focus and energy out of you to really devote yourself. And if you're not doing that, then you really should really take a look at yourself and ask yourself, just how badly do you want that? Sometimes we just need a perspective or a reality check for ourselves to get real this way, right? We have an upside down healthcare system, you guys. I actually call the healthcare system currently the sick care system, because until you're diagnosed with something, they really have nothing to offer you. When you do get diagnosed with a disease, all they offer you are medications, because doctors are really trained to treat disease, right? In school, that's what they do. And then they attach a certain medication to treat your symptoms. Such medications can be super expensive too, because our doctors prescribe them. We pay for them because we believe we have to take them. I know for me, the biologic medications for lupus can easily cost me over $10,000 a year. Just that's my out of pocket expense. It's not, at some point you meet your deductible and the insurance pays, but then you're still paying the premium for your insurance. And those medications, you guys, are super expensive. I think it's about $10,000 a month, if I remember correctly. So the cost of being sick is more expensive than the cost of creating health. Remember last year I was admitted in the hospital for 9 days? It cost me over 60 grand, I remember. And I was balking at, wow, the cost of sick care is so expensive. Because in the hospital, not a single healthy meal was served. It was appropriate for where I was, but it didn't give me anything health inducing. Most of it were diagnostic tests and lots of medications, and of course, time with the docs. And so that cost of being sick is really expensive. And I want you guys to think about that. And health is something we all need for our livelihood. But more importantly, health allows us to stay productive, to produce an income, to support the many facets of our lives. There's no shame in wanting to make a lot of money. But yet, a lot of us, especially those of us women, we have a lot of money shame. And there's a lot of conditioning behind money that I'm learning. I've had to work through that as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. There was just a lot of stuck thinking beliefs that I had. And so I get it. Money is important, but I find that the way we think about money is what creates so much angst about the lack of it. We end up perpetuating the scarcity mindset of never having enough because we have to pay for the meds, etc. That we keep creating this same looping problem, because if you think you don't have enough money, therefore you can't go get the health, that's exactly what you're validating all the time. So in all the programs that I work with my patients on, I always start with the mindset first and foremost. So, how about if I offer you to think about health as an absolute investment? It's an investment, time, money, and just your energy is what it requires. An investment is something that can bring you more return for your spending. Okay, spending of, again, time, money, and energy. And if you have health, not only will you spend less in dollars, the time you spend at the doctor's office, getting infusions, hospitalized, all time away from being productive in life, and being sick in bed will all add up to so much more than just dollars. It's quality of life, you guys. I remember thinking in the bedside, being hospitalized, thinking, gosh, it's such a bright, sunny day out there, but I'm losing it. And it's 9 days that I will never get back with my family. And I remember thinking, this is motivation enough for me not to be in the hospital, not to be at the doctor's office. It should be our goal. And being healthy and being able to support your living is a huge advantage that we all have. Yet often our autoimmune condition can rob this of us so quick that we lose perspective. Okay. Because I remember as soon as I got well, I've forgotten how it was to be so sick. That's human nature, that's human tendency. But I'm here to really remind you how important your health should be. And looking at health as an investment is a great way. It's a perspective check, it's a mindset shift that's absolutely necessary. This is why I'm recording this today. I want you to think about how you think about money. Many patients will come to me and they tell me they can't spend that kind of money on their health. For many reasons, they just can't afford it, which totally understand. I'm not here to judge or make comments about what you have or don't have or how you spend your money. All I'm trying to do is to challenge you to rethink your beliefs about health, money, spending, and investment. For example, many people are willing to get loans for school, cars, homes, etc. Heck, I have even many patients that are willing to get their nails done. I mean, they're incessantly getting nails done. That's super important, or dye their hair, go to the salon to do all those things, clothing shop, but not enough money on health. So I just find that to be a little bit lopsided, because if health is really truly that important, it's something we can figure out, because I've learned through running my business and being really super duper sick, and there were times when I was strapped for finances as well. When there's a will, there's always a way. When there's a will, there is always a way. It's all about your priorities. It's all in the way we think about it. And I've had to do, like I mentioned, as an entrepreneur, I had to do a lot of work on my beliefs about money. And I grew up not really understanding the management or the concept of money, right? And I've had to really do the work to find out what I truly believed about the money and then shake those beliefs in order to allow the money to flow in my life, as opposed to always thinking there's not enough, right? And thinking about health as a necessary investment that allows you to produce income, save money on medical bills, and save lost time on medical visits, hospitalizations, and etc., is a different way to think about it. And also, you guys, more so than money, I think time is money. Time is a mental construct. It's time that we have. We have time as the past, we have the present moment, and then we've got the future, right? But did you know it's a mental construct? Most of us are stuck. If you're autoimmune patients, I see and meet a lot of autoimmune patients that are stuck in the past. They think about what it ought to be, what it should be, and what it was, and they reminisce about that so much, and the disparity between where they are right now to their where they were is so big that they're just stuck feeling misery there. Not productive, right? And thinking about the future, we can only think about the future based on our past. Again, it's a mental construct. So, unless you really learn to think in a way to look at your past and let go of the past, whatever is future is what you create today, here and now. And it can be anything you create, it's all on you. You can create fresh new ideas and concepts and dreams. I want you to think big, visionary things and not be so set in your victim mindset. Shift that to having a vision for yourself and go charge forward with how you want to live, and dare to do that is sort of where I want to offer you. You can't afford not to invest in your health, especially if you have an autoimmune condition. And it's not that much to eat healthy meals over fast food meals. It's all in the way you think about it. I have a lot of patients who say, "Oh, I just don't have time to cook. I'm too tired to cook." Do you see how like that's all based in thought? It's how you think about cooking. And the effort to eating is there's such a big barrier in their minds that they can't really act on it. And so sometimes you really have to have a coach like me to really lay it out and make you do a certain thing to really deconstruct and disrupt your thinking and shake you up a bit so that you can start going forward in a productive manner is exactly what you need. It's a little bit of tough love. And do you know what it all comes down to, you guys? It's all about self regard, self respect, and self love. We all lack this so much, you guys. I was like that as well. Unbeknownst to me, I had deep self loathing that drove my life. It was in everything that I did. I had to wake up and explore my thoughts and beliefs about myself and my health and my life to really begin to invest in myself. And it took so much. Hey, Sandra. Hey, gratitude. um, so I really know what you guys are dealing with. And I just really want to tell you guys that it's it means so much for you to come to yourself. And I just want to end this podcast or YouTube with you are so enough. In fact, you're beyond enough. You're amazing. There's no one like you in this whole wide world, nor will there ever be anyone like you, ever. All of us have an opportunity to rise up and own our footprint that we make in this world every single day. Will it be one of victim or one that promotes your vision? Hey, Sandra. Scleroderma, that's tough. And your daughter has lupus. Awesome. Keep watching, Sandra, and hopefully you can really apply some of these concepts for you. So what's it going to be, you guys? Is it victim or vision? We all have a choice. I have a choice. It's hard living with an autoimmune life alone. We need a tribe of elevated minds to pull us up when we need it the most. So, if you've been struggling with your mindset about your autoimmune condition and don't know quite how to live the solution every day, I want to invite you guys to join us in our exclusive, private, free Facebook group called the Tribe of Autoimmune Health Rebels. It's a group that lifts you up to higher limits and pull you from victim to vision so that you can be the hero of your life that you are. And you're the average of five people, or we're the average of five people that we surround ourselves with. So be very selective in who you spend your time with. So let's elevate our thinking to dare to dream big and use autoimmunity as a catalyst to strive for more. There, we share all the tactics like diet, functional medicine, supplements, yoga, etc. But more importantly, we go deep to find your inner healing so that you can amplify every facet of your health and your life. It's where we pull all things together and get busy healing once and for all by taking like massive action. So, if you're a high performing, ambitious type A autoimmune rebel and who has no time to be inconvenienced by the symptoms of autoimmunity, I want to sincerely invite you to come join me and join me on this Facebook group. It's called the Tribe of Autoimmune Health Rebels. And in order to join, you must answer those three questions. And if you don't, then we're very highly selective because I had another group with a lot of spammers in that, and we're trying to drive up the quality. Sandra, I will definitely link the description or the link to the group here as well. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. It's all about your mindset. Never underestimate the power of your mind in really getting to know the root of what you are capable of and the root of why you are perpetuating certain things in your life, and know that you have absolutely full control over shifting and changing that. So if you enjoyed this podcast too, I would really, really appreciate it if you subscribe to our iTunes channel. It's called the Mind Your Health podcast by Dr. Connie. And if you can write us a review, it will help us to reach more people. And I'm coming live like this every Mondays at about 12. It's kind of staggered because we started doing this last week. So it's working out really well. And I plan to be doing this every Mondays. This gets shared in our Facebook group, as well as to our podcast, as well as our blog. And it's a way for me to really leverage my time in this way because you guys, time is money. right? So I hope you guys really safeguard your time and think of health as an investment. Come join me on the tribe of autoimmune health rebels, and I'll see you guys all next week. And I'll share the link in the notes below. Thanks, you guys. Have a great Monday, and I'll see you guys soon.